Hi, Pisces. Hey, babies. How are you doing? I hope that everybody is doing well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Divine Femme Carrot at 144. Very, very happy and very, very grateful and blessed to bring you this reading. Let's all take a deep breath. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. I'm going to do a 6-card spread. I'll be using the Tarot of a Moon Garden deck here by Miss Karen Maurice Whitehart. I've got my cards here. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. I've been getting some channeling about shuffling on camera. I just don't like to mess up my setup, but I'll show you here that this is what I do. This is for those who have their moon sign in the sign of Pisces. I didn't quite make it. Okay, so this popped out. We'll just let that marinate while I finish the shuffle here. Thank you, Spirit. 8 of Pentacles. Pentacles is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. 8 speaking on moving to the 10, towards that 10 of Pentacles. So you're doing some work. And with this 8 of Pentacles in particular, I feel like this is spiritual work having to deal with transformation, especially with you, Pisces, and your purpose here in this lifetime. Pretty unspeakable. I would say unimaginable, but you're Pisces. I am a Pisces moon as well. So it is my pleasure to be able to be here and do this reading. And one more. Okay, I think we're good. I'm just going to leave this out because I wanted to come out and make a statement. I feel like actually we're going to make this the first card because I wanted to make a statement. So we'll put that right there. And I want to try to make this so we can see it. I ain't gonna stress about that. We can see it. So let me go ahead and finish. I'll split the deck here. Thank you, Spirit. And we'll just set that right here. Okay, so as I was saying with the 8 of Pentacles, I do feel like also too with that transformation and speaking on that transformation, that your hard work is being seen. You may not feel like it. There may be some of you going through dark night of the soul. That dark just really stands out. The night sky. Also too, a lot of work is being done, I would say, in the nighttime into the early morning hours. But there's a good amount blossoming that has taken place. I'm seeing this art palette. Some of you are definitely into your creativity and artistry. So you may be doing something related to spirituality that also has to do with art as well. And then too, as I was looking at the pentacles are in a diamond shape. That may be significant for you as well. Whether it be the shape, the symbol, or the actual diamond. And I do feel too that what you have gained and what you have built on with this beautiful garden down here, full of a variety of beautiful plants, greenery, flowers, and then too also with that palette there. Definitely seeing this as being related to artwork and your spirituality. But as I was saying, I feel like what you have built and built upon, with that being part of your base, is lifting you up even higher. and propelling you into the motion that is necessary for you to accomplish what it is that you have set out for yourself. I see this here as a heart. And I'm getting like a fire sign heart. So, and here's another one too. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Full moon energy. We just came upon a full moon. And there's a new moon tomorrow. This reading is timeless. But you may be in that resonating energy should you find yourself finding this reading past the date that this was recorded and posted. This is a deep transformation. This is, and I do feel too, this is also dealing with the physical. So I do feel that this is physical work as well as your spiritual work. Physical work meaning that something that I do feel like you're moving away from something and coming more into your soul's purpose. And then I noticed this too. A lot of you are very significant and impactful portals right now. Or you're going through a particular portal. And just kind of floating, going through it, and making it happen for yourself. But I do get a good amount of stability. There's stableness here, even as we're working, moving towards that 10. All right, so we'll just work with that as we, oh goodness, as we move forward here. Oh, and then 8s too. This may be dealing with your 8th house. 8th house energy, the Scorpio. Also too, I would just look and see if you don't know where you, or not where, but what particular planets or what energy you have going on in the 8th house as well. So that could definitely assist you. The second card is the 5 of Swords. So with this 5 of Swords, I do feel like this has to deal with psychic attacks, but not from anyone. Like I feel like this is more of an internal thing within self. As what we create within, we do see without. Swords energy is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So with this energy and seeing these dragonflies with the swords connected to the swords as the actual swords, I do see them drifting up. And as I'm seeing this, it kind of reminds me of the 10 of Swords. So with that being said, I do feel like this coming after the 8 of Pentacles. That 8 of Pentacles is also dealing with a 10 of Swords type energy. And working to release a lot of those swords that no longer serve you. Now, why I was getting the 10 of Swords is I see these drifting up. The 10 of Swords from this deck, it looks similar to that. And so all the swords are above the being that's in the card, and none of them are actually in the body. And so this just totally reminds me of that. And I'm seeing this as 3 swords that have been lifted, that have been worked on, that are going into your spirituality that I do feel are transmuting. I'm getting new moon energy here. And just as I said, we come from a full moon into the new moon. And so with that being said, new moon energies are pretty much about releasing, taking that time to reflect and seeing where you're at, feeling what you feel and assessing that. And if you don't like it, the work is being done. So I just feel like you may have, you know, a lot of situations, because I was getting Ten of Swords energy, even though this is the Five of Swords. 5 is speaking of also a definite change, moving towards better. As we have the next card, which would be the Six of Swords, speaking to moving away from what no longer serves you. So this is work that's being done. And I feel like as you're working to release what no longer serves you, you're also creating and doing things for yourself that are helping you to get through and to also to heal, so that you can bring in even more abundance. Now, I did now notice too that this dragon is here, this dragon serpent type energy that's kind of slithery and in almost like a camouflage type setting for themselves. So this could be that energy where you're helping yourself, or you just may feel, you know, that you're embracing this energy and you no longer want to be a part of that. Staying away from that lower vibe energy, working on rising up and moving up and away from that and that which no longer serves you. This dragon serpent energy doesn't necessarily have to be all bad, but we do have this in the Five of Swords card. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, again, something that you're feeling that you don't want to feel anymore, and you're doing the work to move up and away from that. Almost like it's like a blockage. Because in this Eight of Pentacles here, it's like almost similar, where we have physical level, spiritual level. The physical level in this card over here, we have this beautiful, pretty garden to grow, you know, that's growing upwards. And I do feel it's lifting up these pentacles. This is, to me, also crown chakra energy as well. So I do feel like you're getting a lot of downloads as you're transforming through the divine as well, that are helping you and assisting you to stay balanced, to stay in a positive manner that's going to work to the best of your benefit. And so as I was saying that, this is why I feel like this may be just some blockage, because it's blocking the floral energy that we're feeling from that Eight of Pentacles. And again, I do feel that's being worked on. There's 2 that are left down here, and these are crossed. So this may be a significant situation that is currently being worked on. And I do feel like with this stance, it's like putting an end to something. Again, we have 5, speaking of change, moving away from something that no longer serves us. Okay, and then so far we have an 8 and a 5, and that comes to 13. So I want to keep that in mind. That may be significant. 13 also breaks down to a 4. 4 speak of stability and structure. Also 4th house energy, which is the house of Cancer. And that also speaks to a lot of good love and nurturing, being very intuitive, able to pick up, you know, with you being a Pisces moon and that Cancer energy, they're not similar, but because they're both water signs, that you are just able to pick up on a lot of emotion and feeling that may not necessarily be yours. And that could be something that you have been working on too, is being able to go within and listen better to your intuition rather than what's outside of you. But working on that internal is going to help with this Five of Swords energy and what we see on the outer. And then also too, if you don't know what the moon phase was when you were born, I would definitely look into that. That may assist you as well with your energy. Okay, so the third card, another swords card. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is more, even though you may be experiencing something like this on the outside of you, where you feel like you have to be in this Eight of Swords energy. No one is ever stuck. And as you can see, her hands, his or her hands, are covering the eyes, not wanting to see what's around. But I feel that when those hands are taken down, you see that you're really not stuck, and these swords can be lifted away. So you just may be surrounded, and this could be you or someone else that you're connected to. Take it as it resonates. This could be an energy that you may seem is stagnant in your life, or this could be you. And seeing this here is the 8-5 and an 8. I feel like the promise of abundance is speaking right now with these cards, because there are 2 8s on the ends with a changing 5 in the middle. And then also too, I feel like this energy so far is just calling on you to utilize at your greatest what you know to do. Utilize your magician energy, and utilizing all the tools that you have and that you have gained, especially from the lessons that you have learned. I do feel like these are a lot of those that have just happened for you recently or over the years. And they may be around you, but as you can see, like, she's or he is not tied up. They're not bound in any way. And these dragonfly swords could totally be, you know, a mental thing where they're just made up and created. So you have the power to create. You also have the power to get through these swords and see through these swords and lift them up and away from you. So this is a deep transformation, I do feel. This just kind of speaks to the level of transformation that we got with this 8 of Pentacles, showing the work that is being done by you to begin eliminating. And I just feel like right now in this phase, you're at a 5 of Swords type energy, feeling like the 8 of Swords, but no one, again, is ever stuck. And I keep looking at this castle. Like, I feel like, too, you just may feel like, you know, what you want is out of reach. But it's not, because it's right there. Like, if it were out of reach, I feel like it wouldn't even be in this card. And I also feel, too, that this hill is also created along with these 8 of Swords, where even though this seems pretty steep and very high, almost unreachable, you know, depending on your perspective, there's always a way to get up there. I mean, somebody built a whole damn castle up here. You know what I'm saying? So, I do feel that seeing these clouds here, that if some crown chakra work, third eye work, and then also throat chakra, and maybe that's why we have, I channeled this blue for you Pisces moons. And so throat chakra, there may be some things that, you know, you've been kind of holding in, not necessarily holding, I wouldn't even say holding in. I would say just these things around you. Like, I think you have, I know you have the power to lift these up, and it just may feel like you're being surrounded. But you have the power within you to create and be the change that you want to see. And then too, because these clouds are here, they just stick out. They look to me like cotton candy. Some of you may enjoy cotton candy. But because they're in the midst of the night sky and you're not really able to see the night sky, I do feel like this is a lot of just being a little too much in the thought where it's, and again, I'm going back to the Eight of Pentacles, and this could be, again, what you're also working on. I think this may just be speaking on what is actually being worked on, which is all mental energy. Oops, sorry. Oh my God. Look at me knocking down the whole set here. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louises. Sorry about that. Let me fix that so we don't do that again. I'll get this out of here. Oh my gosh. That was cray. And then too, like, this just seems like a little mushroom. So there may be some of you who are into aphrodisiacs that will kind of help you to alleviate. And the reason I say that is because these clouds are more closer to the castle. And as I was saying about the castle too, like, if this were able to be built on top of this castle, I mean, on top of this huge hill right here, like, you have to know that the work that was being done with this, all the materials, all the people, the way for them to get up and back and forth, up and down, in order to be able to build this castle, anything is possible. And again, the fact that this castle is even in this card, even though it's on this hill, it's letting you know that it's there for you. We are never lacking, never without, and anything that is meant for us is always going to take place. But also too, I'm sorry, because I get so many channelings at one time, and then I try to speak on one, and then sometimes I'll have another coming in while I'm speaking. But I was talking about the night sky and these clouds being here. So I do feel that they are somehow going to dissipate, and that's, again, what you're working on too. Like, this energy is over you to help you, and I feel as you work your way into that, those are going to live, those are actually going to be within you, that's helping you to rise up, to be able to be on that level with your castle. And that's that. Like, I just feel like you could easily just take your hands down, stand up, just push the little wing off to the side, walk right towards this cloud. There's probably a couple of cloud fairies in there that are, you know, just sitting there waiting for you to grab your hand and pull you up and sit you right here in the middle. And then have fun, you know, help you to laugh and get that laughter back to keep you out of this here. And as you laugh and giggle and be into your childlike self, those clouds are going to lift you up and take you right into the comforts of your own castle. Because, again, I think, and the reason why I feel like this popped out too is just to kind of show what this is for you in the physical. We have the pentacles. This is physical. This is, you know, earth energy. This is air energy. So this being earth energy is showing you what is here. It's not this. You know, it is if you want it to be. And it's not this. It's this. All this. And I did see this as kind of a mushroom. That's where I was getting the aphrodisiacs. I think that's it. Let's go on and move on to the fourth card. We have the Page of Swords. This is a lot of swords energy. So yes, this is, thank you, Spirit. Not necessarily, well, yeah, I'm just gonna say it just looks like, you know, you're battling those it's a transformational energy. But these dragonfly swords, I do feel like are coming from this energy here, where we were speaking on the work that is being done towards this energy, this falling underneath the Eight of Pentacles. Kind of, to me, shows, you know, what's actually being worked on. Like, as this is a Pentacles card, I do see this as a elevational type energy, more in the headspace, with this being what's, you know, kind of showing what's truly happening in the physical. And this doesn't happen with all readings, but I am getting that with this one here, given that this Page of Swords is underneath the Eight of Pentacles. And then too, as I was saying that just now, I did notice the castle that's here. So I am feeling like too, we have two separate energies. And I was saying he or she. Now I know why. I'm just gonna say here, masculine and feminine energy. And so there may be someone that you are connected to, but I feel like you're mirroring each other in the energies, and that you're both fighting to get to this castle, where this energy right here just may mean it can get a little overwhelming, but there's always help. And again, if we take down those hands, stand up, you know, push those little wings to the side, and, you know, be able to see what it is for what it is, we would see this and not these swords, these airy swords here. But getting back to the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords, I feel, is one who is not only working on the mind, but working to improve the mind and expand the mind. And so I feel with this being under the Eight of Pentacles, that is also being worked on as well. One of these swords in particular, I don't know why, but I feel like it's this sword. Even though this is underneath the Eight of Pentacles, I think that's speaking to what is being worked on. But seeing this sword here and the direction of it, I'm getting this as here. This sword here. And again, swords energy is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. With that being said, and then seeing also too this dragon that matches this dragon here, this Page of Swords may be related, if this is outside of you, to that. Either that, or again, as I said, with the mirroring energy, I just feel like there may be someone you're connected to who is in the midst of battling and working on their own mental state as well. And also too, I'm getting with these clouds here, man, this is pretty intense. All right, so what I just got, and the sun's setting, it's starting to get darker. I might have to turn my light on. These are two separate energies. Even though we embody, you know, what we see on the outside. So definitely I, you know, feel like this is the onset of you also just speaking to what you're working on mental-wise. But because of the detail and the distinctness, I do feel like this is someone you're connected to on the other side of these clouds. On the other side of these clouds, there's a castle right there. This person's on the other side of those clouds. And I feel as that's happening for this person, this is happening for you. So there's, you know, Five of Swords energy, I'd say overall, given that this is in the middle, almost as a nucleus, showing you here and, you know, what could be possibly either that, or this could be also related to this Page of Swords energy and someone who's just not moving, but that's not what I'm seeing. That is a possibility. I feel like these are two separate individuals who are connected. One person's on one side of this beautiful cloud, dealing with the crown chakra, third eye, throat chakra. And then we have the castle here. On the other side is you. And now this could be you or this could be you. Take it as it resonates. This is also Page of Swords energy. It's also known as the Spy card. And with this Five of Swords, I do feel like this is a blend of energy, given that we have the dragon here, the dragon serpent, and then the dragon serpent here as well. And so because there's a connection here, this energy that has this dragon serpent energy just may be kind of bringing that into that energy ball where these two are connected. And that could be why we have the hands up in front of the eyes too, because it just seems a little overwhelming. But we've already gone over, you know, all that and how to overcome that. It's not easy and it's not an easy process, but again, anything is possible. And then overall too, just seeing how this is in the midst of floral, where you can't really see, you know, if someone were to be over here, you can't kind of see what's going on. You can kind of see what's going on here, not really, because the clouds have connected with the floral here. But as I was saying, all of this, I feel, is taking place inside of here. And then all of it, you know, is coming down to being in our mental and in our headspace. Okay, I'm going to move on and see what the next card is. And see if I get, because I'm feeling a connection here with these swords. So let's see what's underneath this Five of Swords and how that connects. The Chariot. So, with this coming out, and also being on the physical plane, this may have to deal with a car. This may be energy that is not so great, having to deal with a car. The Chariot is also about movement. I do feel too with this is speaking of independence, magicalness, if that's even a word, and just being in your truth. This individual is surrounded by stars. And I see these stars as angelic protection, also energetic protection, and having that stability provided to you by the universe. There's a shield in the shape of a heart. So I feel like the love is always going to be there, regardless of what happens, day in and day out. And then we have a waning moon and a waxing moon. And so I definitely feel too that This is speaking to an ending and moving, again, moving away. Speaking to the reward that's in your life. And standing in that stance and making sure that you do what is necessary for you, your power, your confidence, your truth. Standing up for yourself, which also means standing up for those who are in similar situations to you, have been through similar things that you have, and are able to be on a level of understanding for you. I'm getting like big time too that this could be also like a major angel that is coming in for you to let you know that everything is going to be okay, because we do have quite a bit of swords here and there's no water. And you're a water sign. With the 7, to me, that is ultimate message from the divine, letting you know that you are on the right path. It may be discouraging. It may seem like that, but you have the messages coming in. Again, if we take those hands down and actually see what's in front of us, you would see exactly what you want to see. When you internalize what you want to see, you're going to see that on the outer. So there's no fear. No fear. No need to fear. Or to look away. You know, once we face things that are in front of us, we realize, you know, we have the power within us this whole time. And probably a whole lot more power than we actually realized that we had. Chariot card is also a Cancer card. And I did mention with the 8 and the 5, when we had the 13 breaking down to a 4, that's speaking to Cancer energy. We have that coming underneath the 5 of Swords. But I think also, too, this is kind of speaking to the utilization of your magician energy and just how magical and powerful you really are. And I did say we don't have water. This is a Cancer card, so we do have some water. But I think I was just trying to stress the significance of these swords here. Because I am seeing this as total elevation, but also in deep waters as well. The more that I look at this, this matches the covering of the Chariot with the bottom. And this seems more like a magical flight than it does something that's in the physical here. The yin and yang. Movement towards balance. Balance, peace, knowing you have protection. And that all is well. But this is movement away. And I do feel it's movement away from the Swords energy. And that could be why these cards are here and the Chariot card is here. You have 3 major angels. And I'm getting Archangel Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael. Metatron just came to mind too. I feel like they're all here. But there are some that are significantly present in your life. You just have to call on them. Because they're there. They're there for you. So I think this is like almost like with the transformation, like a calling deeper into who you are truly as a Pisces moon, deeply into your spirituality and what it is that you are meant to do here in this lifetime and why you are representative of Pisces. And I do feel like with the Chariot being here that there is definite movement towards that. You're going deep, but you're taking flight. And that might be the title. All right, let's see what the last card is. Pisces moons. Now, because I mentioned earlier that being a water sign, there's a great tendency, especially with Pisces moons, there's a great tendency to feel and pick up on energy that does not belong. And so with that being said, take it as it resonates. But if you do feel stuck and then you also feel like you're in your head a lot, one thing that can be done is stop action. So at the onset of any kind of thought that does not serve you, if you're going to feel that and know that, and in order to stop that as best as you can, visualize a stop sign right then and there. And then have something like a talisman or a symbol or something that you have with you, on you, or you can look at that is going to deflect and take your mind off of that thought that was not serving you. Put it towards something that's positive. Also too, with this Nine of Swords, I do see this dragonfly going through this full moon. And I think there's going to be something that's pretty intense. I would say at the end of this month, we are in the month of May. And then also too with the 9, that's speaking of a completion. And so I think with the 8 of Swords and then the 9 of Swords underneath one another, that there's progression. And oh man, I spoke on the 10 of Swords and having that energy here with the 5 of Swords and moving towards, from the 9, the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords speaking to something that has to take place in order for a new beginning to start. It's a shift. And so there's shifting here. And I feel with this movement and feeling possibly like you're surrounded by a lot that could be overwhelming, that this is where the 9 of Swords energy is coming in. Now, as I say that, with this energy being separate, I do feel that there may possibly be someone that's helping you. The energy that you are connecting to, as we were speaking on this separate energy with the 8 of Swords and the Page of Swords. Someone that could be helping you to help you lift those swords up in a way from yourself so that you're able to have balance. And this yin-yang energy really be in that. And even this unicorn energy and utilizing your magic. But also too, with this Chariot being under the 5 of Swords, I do feel like this could also speak to the amount of force, the overwhelming feeling. This may be contributing to that overwhelming feeling that you're feeling. And since we have the 9 of Swords here as the 6th card, because we are moving towards the 10 of Swords, going into a new beginning after that with the 1, the Ace of Swords. Nines for me are of a Christ consciousness, and so there is a calling for you to come into something greater. As many swords as we have here, there may be a lot of mental conflict, but again, I think this popping out is like a reassurance that with this 8 of Pentacles energy, we do have movement that's helping us to get away from these swords. And that also for you to know that the work that you're doing is you're on the right path. Again, with that 7 there, speaking of being on the right path. All right, so let's see what this next card is. Right. So with this King of Cups being here, I definitely feel that this is possibly someone that you're connected to. And this is your energy. Cups energies, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. King of Cups, we have someone who, this castle is fading. We have someone here who is very loving, full of emotion, very stoic in demeanor, but I feel like, you know, as they get comfortable, they become more open. It just takes, I think it takes a bit. Seeing these stones here, they may be blocking themselves off, I think, due to past hurts or situations that they've been through, and have kind of made an abode of some sort where they're not really a part of this castle anymore, and this is where they come to get away from here. And the reason why I feel like this is fading is because it may be phasing out. So that's why I say this could be, I feel like this is both energy of yourself and then someone that you're also connected to. This is like the overall energy I feel speaks to what's happening with these swords, and a lot of mental energy that is taking place, dealing with emotion, but showing that there is movement and that there is progression. And then I'm going to see what's at the bottom. And before I move on, the King of Cups, this may be someone also too that's coming in to your life. And as I was saying with the Page of Swords, like this person may be helping you to lift these swords up in a way to help you slay that dragon serpent. And we're speaking on, you know, how we have floral at the bottom and everything seems kind of hidden in the floral. He's not hidden in the floral. And this is not gender specific, so do take it as it resonates. But they're sitting, and then I see this as a bridge here. So they're right on the other side of this bridge. I feel like they've walked away. Things have come to light on top of this castle, and they've moved away from that, moved themselves away from that into calmer situations where they're more at peace. I do feel too that this full moon energy was pretty significant and strong given how close it is and how low it is and close to this castle. But there's, I just see these as like, even though they're not, they're blocks. But I also too, like seeing them here, I noticed that it almost seems like they're holding up this bridge. And these are stones. Stones are of a cold energy without emotion. And so I feel like these have been built around this castle, and this just isn't a happy feeling here. Not a happy feeling at all. Even though this is the King of Cups, the energy that I'm getting with this and the look on their face right now with the energy is just not something that's happy. This person, this could be you or who you're connected to, maybe enjoying a drink that may kind of help with whatever it is that they're going through at the current moment. They have an angel, and this, again, this could be you or someone else, but this King of Cups here has a very special angel that is always at their side, is always with them at all times. So whoever comes to mind as I said that, hello, I send you love, and we say thank you. But yeah, that's what I'm getting with this King of Cups. And then, you know, as a facet of the Emperor, the King of Cups is a quarter of that. And so I do get that there is work being done on an Emperor energy overall. Emperor and Empress energy. Alright, I'm going to see what's on the bottom and try to skedaddle and scoot on this because it's getting dark outside. So yes, we do have some good water energy here. Mainly swords. Okay. So, dun, 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 dun. Six of Staves. We have all of the elements here, and just as I said at the beginning, you have the tools. You have the tools. These swords in these cards are not stuck in anybody. You're winning. The victory is here. Six of Staves to me speaks on victory. Seeing these trees too also speaks of the stability that we were speaking on. Staves energy, also known as wands, is fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. So I do feel you are overcoming. You are this magical unicorn. Like just as I said with the Chariot card, like I feel like the Chariot card is an overall energy. But I also do feel too that this could be possibly that special angel that we've seen on the King of Cups shoulder. An angel that is coming to help you and bring you one of these unicorns. Because in the Six of Staves here, we have this unicorn. Sixes also to me speak of unconditional love, which is all around you every single day. Just continue to trust and continue to speak and continue to ask. If you need help, never be afraid to ask for help. Everything is going to be okay. And as we see here, this unicorn here has their head down, moving forward very confidently, steadily, in their power. I mean, look how high they're lifting, you know, their hooves. That's pretty confident. And so I feel like this is what's happening for you. You're continuing to move forward towards your success and your victory. I do feel that there's a connection here where there's a blend of energies, and it's possible that you are taking on some energy that doesn't necessarily belong to you. So with that said, I would just say to, you know, just make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your energetic space as best as you can, and continue to trust and move forward and allow things to come to you that feel good for you, and don't settle for less. Again, we have Six of Staves here, speaking on victory, and I don't get anything else from this. It's just total victory and success. But you have to know that and continue to do the work to move forward towards that. All right, Pisces moon. So I hope this message was helpful and brought some light to the situation. All is well, and you're gonna be okay. As I say this, I'm gonna turn the light on because this is going down on these cards. And I think with that happening, also to let you know that with there being, you know, the saying that nothing is impossible, there's always another option. Always, things are always going to work out, even if they seem like they don't or they're not going to. They have to. Something has to be settled. Something has to be done. Things have to come to a completion, whether we want to see what we think we want to see. But I feel if we just, you know, if you surrender, take those hands and put them up and speak, saying that you surrender, and allow the universe to come in and release that control. Release that control. And I'm going to put this over here because this was at the bottom. Because I feel like this is definitely speaking to your overall energy. You're okay. Beautiful floral here. This is what is here. You have to keep knowing that and keep seeing it. Keep your thoughts positive. Be positive or be quiet. You know, if we don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. So, okay, Pisces moon. So this was your reading. I thank you so much for being here. Again, I hope that these messages were helpful. As you can see, we have a lot of swords energy here. So keep doing that work. You're doing just fine. Victory is here. And too, with that King of Cups and that love, I would say that there's a lot of love here too. Not just within you, but because you're doing the work to love on yourself, that's going to also show up in your outer, in any kind of relationship, I feel too. Whether that be romantic, in friendship, with your coworkers, whatever that may be. You know, what you put in is what you get out. So continue to work on, you know, this swords energy. Be mindful of who you are around and connected to, and just be mindful of your energetic space, and continue to do the best that you can for yourself. I love you so much, Pisces moons. Thank you for supporting me, and I wish you the best. Peace.